you,
Thank you.
and you. Oh, this is going to be a little special video where my chess teacher is again visiting the studio, and I will see if David can beat Goliath, if I can finally beat you like I used to be able to a long, long time ago.
Yes.
So welcome. We are still trying to figure out a name for you.
I saw some fine suggestions in the comment section, so I'm sure we can find something.
I think we will be able to at some point. And I'm thinking we're just going to play a little casual game of chess here.
Yes.
And I will see if I can hit you with a little special thing that I have, because I know some of the openings that you play.
You've been preparing.
I've been preparing against you, like actually the whole channel has been developing this
Oh, I'm very
thing.
honored.
Yeah, a lot of people have sent me analysis and stuff. I'm unfortunately not super good at remembering it, as you well know, but I'm going to hit you with a handshake because
Good game.
we wish each other a good game.
Yes.
And then I will hit you with d4
D4. I always go knight f6.
as well. I know.
Yes.
And unless you have switched up your repertoire, I also know what you will play against pawn to c4.
Well, I have a few options. I don't always go for this, but I want to honor your preparation, so I'm going to go into the Budapest Gambit.
Fantastic. So
Yes.
you correctly guessed that this was what I was aiming
Yes.
for. And we have played how many games in this opening?
I don't know, I've lost count.
I mean, we are talking probably a couple hundred.
When you said you wanted the white pieces, I already knew this was probably
But
the opening you were looking for.
But maybe this game will be different.
Maybe.
So I'm going to play pawn takes pawn.
Yes, of course. And my knight is now under attack. I'm also down a pawn, but I'm hoping to win back the pawn after this move.
A little knight g4. So
Yes.
far, this is all in the books.
Yes.
But I know you own a great many chess books, including books on the Budapest defense or Budapest Gambit.
Yeah.
And is this move in any of the books? Knight to c3.
Surprisingly, no, it's not. Usually people will go with either knight f3 or bishop f4 to try to defend the pawn. So you're not doing that. So, I mean, since you're not defending, I can win back my pawn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you think this is a good move, or do you think it's just a dirty trap that's actually unsound?
I can't imagine that it's a bad move, but I would think it would be a better move to try to hold the pawn.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you have prepared something now.
I have. So this is one of the lines that I have not looked into so deeply, because there's so many variations from here. It is the only move I can tell you to try for, to equalize for
You have
black.
to take the pawn right.
You have to take the pawn right away, otherwise you get in pretty serious trouble.
I'm glad I did that.
So what do you think I'm going to play here?
E4 maybe, then you're defending c4 and keep developing,
Yeah,
fighting for the center.
but I am not going to defend the pawn. I'm going to play queen c2.
That's a surprise. Okay, so you're not defending the pawn, probably because I can't take it. I now see if I take your pawn, you're going to move your queen here, and it's going to be a check and also attacking my knight. So the pawn is poisoned.
It is a poisoned pawn.
It is a poisoned pawn. So then I just have to stick to opening principles. So developing my pieces.
Yes. And I had a game in this variation against a player that I respect very, very much.
Yes.
I think just a couple of days ago I had this position, and I went about it in the wrong order. So I looked at it with the computer and I played the wrong move.
Okay, what did you play?
I played f4, I believe,
Oh, yeah.
to chase away the knight.
But it does weaken your dark squares.
It weakens the dark squares here, and I
Yeah.
remember that the knight could go to g4. And if I had been a more serious competitive player, what I would have also done is I would have looked at what the computer suggested that I should do, because this position, I remember, is still very nice for white according to the computer, but I didn't check out what the recommended move is.
So you're on your own now.
I'm on my own.
Okay.
So I know that in many of these variations, I think you may actually be threatening to take the pawn now.
Maybe because I can go back and then it will be defended.
So
I'm
I
not
think e4.
Yeah. Looks logical. I can't, of course, take the pawn now because your bishop is defending it. So I'm thinking about moving this pawn to get out my bishop. But then if I move this pawn, I can only move it one square. And then this guy will be a little bit sad. So I think I have to put this one out first. I can go either here to c5 or I can go here to b4. And both places look good, but I'm not so sure. If I go to b4, I might play a3, and then I probably have to take here, give up the bishop pair. If I go to c5, maybe I like this more. Then of course you could still maybe attack it with your knight, but then maybe I could throw in a check. I'm not sure, but let's just, it looks natural.
Okay, so I haven't looked specifically at this position. This is new to me. I do know that in many of the positions that are kind of like this, the computer like bishop c5 is like almost always kind of okay, but the most ambitious one is going here in many of the variations, but I don't know if it's true also for this exact one.
So go here and just be ready to exchange.
Yeah, there's something about this knight that in many variations it's important.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe it's
see
because
that,
it can
maybe
come
going there.
to d5 or something. And I think that I may so you are threatening here on f2 and
Not that much.
no, but the knight can quickly come to g4, I'm thinking, and then it could be maybe a little bit iffy. Maybe you don't agree, but it's just something that in the Budapest defense,
this is definitely a weak point.
This is something we quite often try to go for. And currently I could defend it with my knight. So what I really want to play in all these variations, it's f4. So I'm trying to figure out, if I play f4, you go here with the knight. These two guys are threatening here. I'm trying to figure out if I will have a move after that works in any way. Maybe knight h3.
Maybe.
That it looks like a very unstable knight.
What is it you say about knights on the rim?
I think The saying is the knight on the rim is great.
Is it great? That doesn't even rhyme.
It doesn't even rhyme. A knight on the rim is made of tin. A knight on the rim.
Maybe people in the comment section can help you out.
So you're not even my teacher now. Now you are changing it.
Do you not remember what you were doing?
The knight on the rim
Is dim.
Is dim.
Yes.
I actually knew that. I actually did knew that. I actually know everything about chess. I'm just pretending.
I know, I just... But sometimes a knight on the rim can be great.
Do you know what I could also play? That maybe...
I have an idea, but I'm not necessarily gonna help you.
I'm actually... No, that's also dangerous.
What were you going to play?
I was thinking about bishop e2.
Ah, okay, I thought you were going to... Do you know what happens if you play bishop d3?
Bishop d3?
Yeah, that would be a very bad mistake. Not because I want to take it immediately.
No, but maybe to check first, or maybe attack the queen.
Do you want to look at it, or should we?
Should look.
So you're not playing this move?
I'm not playing this move.
But we just want to
it's a teachable.
Find the best move for black
It's a teachable moment. So if you capture here, I can't capture with the queen, so I will have to capture with the king. So bishop takes here, king takes here.
That actually looks okay as well. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a nice trick. That
you just do this.
Yeah, that was what I had in mind.
Yeah, you just do
double
this.
What
then I have to move here, and you attack here, and I'm completely...
Let's check and everything. Yeah. So if you want to move that bishop, it should definitely
go here. It should definitely go here, but then you have this forking these two guys, which is also a little bit annoying.
But at least, I mean, this is your bad bishop.
Yeah.
Because, like, this bishop is better because your pawns here, they are in light squares. So maybe you wouldn't mind, typically, if you have pawns like this, you don't mind exchanging that bishop for a knight.
I think that's a great point.
So I'm not going to play this immediately. Maybe I will at some point, but now I want to keep on developing instead. And you are preventing my knight from going here, which
that was part of the plan.
Part of the plan.
And also part of the plan to go knight f3, being protected by the bishop, and if you, then I'm no longer defending this square. But if you go there with this attack, I could then castle. Yeah. Probably. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
A consideration.
So I also have the option to castle now. I'm a little bit afraid if I castle though that you're gonna hit me with f4.
I think I will. I think I'm.
We're very honest about our intentions.
It's a teachable.
We have to learn something, right? Now I wanna play this move so I can get this guy out as well, and maybe gain a little bit of support for this square.
And can I play f4 anyway?
Maybe.
f4, knight goes here, bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop. Or should I be like cheeky and play h3 to threaten f4? Do you know what?
No.
I will basically for science.
For science.
Because I found that playing f4 is kind of like the point of this open. It's something. The opening is something we developed on the channel. We call it the cool hair attack. You know, I've been playing the Budapest for years, and then I found somebody played this against me just on inspiration. I've been looking at it with the awesome people on the channel. We call it the cool hair attack, and because it's super stupid, but it's because the guy that played it against me the first time he had like this big, cool hair, not quite dreadlocks, but like it's just a big, cool hair.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's
cool hair opening. Okay.
Cool
hair attack
against
the Budapest
yeah.
Cupid. Okay.
And then a lot of the variations in that F4 is sort of the absolute main thing that you want to play, sort of like the point. So for science, I'm going to play H3 in order to try to effectively play F4. Of course, the dark squares are super weak.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to take advantage of with the move that I'll play now. So they very move with a sort of obvious threat. I'm, of course, you can see this threading down here. I'm also kind of taking advantage of the fact that your knight can no longer go here and try to protect it. And that maybe pushing F4 now is risky, but you can figure that out yourself.
Yeah, I mean, F4, queen here, check.
And then you can no longer play a pawn in between, because then I would be able to take it.
But can I play knight F3?
Maybe you can, but I know that you really wanted to play F4, so maybe I'll count that as a small success.
Well, I can tell you that I am not counting this opening development as a success for me.
Okay.
I'm not in a situation that I have studied before. I have not gotten any of the thematic like F4 in or anything, so to me it's just a mess, and you have a lot of development. And
I tried my best to develop here, and
I have dark squared weaknesses.
I have a little bit of light square weaknesses.
Yeah, you have light, and I have more space.
It's very typical because your pawns are in the light squares, so you have good control over the light squares, whereas your control over the dark squares are not as good. I'm thinking that you might want to go here at some point, and maybe that's why the bishop should have been here. But then again, here it does put a pressure on this pawn.
I'm definitely thinking about, that'll be a very forceful move here.
Yeah, that's why I'm also very much considering to go here with my bishop to be able to capture.
I'm thinking that could be...
But I also have another idea, which is quite nice. Should I allow you to go there? I don't know. Here. Okay. In the name of science.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go with this move. This quiet queen move.
What? What's that doing?
What?
I mean, it's attacking here, obviously.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm asking you, do you want a castle in this position? Or do you want to allow me to take on G2?
I don't think I can castle, because you're pinning. If I castle, I go here, I'll just show it. I'm not playing this because I think this is really bad, because you have the bishop and this pawn is no longer able to capture here.
So now I would win a pawn and threaten checkmate and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not going to castle.
Probably that is just game over. So so what are we doing instead? I think I have an idea.
Yeah.
And my idea is that maybe this pawn is not that soft, actually.
Okay. You're calling my bluff.
I think in the name of science,
Yes.
I will try to call your bluff like this.
Okay.
Also because it feels very, very dangerous, but it's when the opening has gone wrong like this, and I'm like, I have to develop the pieces, I feel.
Maybe, but I think this is going to cost you. I mean, I'm in the name of science, right?
Yeah.
I am going to take here. And there's a move now that maybe looks tempting for white, but can't be played.
Yeah, I can play rook here.
Yeah, because I will
play. Because if I do this, I'm thinking, haha.
Yeah, and it's defended by the knight, but I take the knight with check, and then the rook will be undefended next.
Yes. So I had actually looked at that, and I had even considered like really crazy stuff, like playing knight here and just sacrificing both rooks.
Okay.
Because my last name is Anderson.
Yes.
Do you get the reference?
The chess player Anderson who sacrificed everything.
He sacrificed both rooks in the immortal game against Kisartsky.
But do you know what? That game is full of mistakes. We are all so impressed by it, and if you go through it with an engine, it's a horrible game. But it's beautiful, but it's not correct.
But actually, I did a video on that game on the channel, and if you use like the stockfish version, the net stockfish, like on chess.com, it's one of the moves that it's calling a blunder is the best move, but you have to search deeper. But I know, like, maybe objectively the whole game, but like one of the things that many people think is a mistake is not.
I understand. Actually, the Endgame study that I brought today, which we're going to look at later, probably in another video, but there's a move there where the engine doesn't understand it.
I just realized that this position is that maybe I am in big trouble.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm not.
I think you are. Though.
I think I am in big trouble. So I will have to get very, very creative now.
You should channel your inner Mihaltal.
Yeah.
No, Anderson didn't work.
It always goes so well. Takes, check, moves, takes. It would be very nice in a situation like that to have some kind of counterplay or attack or something going on. But this looks like it's just dead. I don't actually see any move. So it looks like it's going to be a defeat for the...
I wish I could help you, but I actually don't see a move either.
Oh.
Because the problem is that this is hanging and this is hanging.
Yeah.
And it's hard when you have several pieces that are hanging.
But I was once playing against you when I was still competitive with you, and I was up 1,000,000 pieces, and then you said kind of cheekily, oh, you know, it takes 3 pieces to mate, and you had exactly 3 pieces left, and I was up like 10 points of material, and I was like, she's pulling my leg, and then like magic, it was a blitz game, but then like magic, you checkmated me with those 3 pieces. I was like, can't believe it. I'll do this.
I understand. So now I can win both of your books. Which I think is good enough, right? gonna go here and it's a check.
I could interpose the bishop. Like, I'm probably not doing that. If I do that, I'm just down a rook and I have no... I'll do this.
Yeah. And now in order to try to simplify the game, I could of course take your rook. But I think I'm going to include this move because it's check. So it's in my interest to just exchange a lot of pieces now. Okay, I'm just looking at what kind of counterplay you could get here, but I don't think it's... Because I could also take an h3, of course. But I mean, why not take a rook if it's being offered to you? Maybe because you can actually trap my queen, I'm seeing now. If I take your rook and you go bishop d1, how am I going to get my queen out?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
How am I going to capture your queen there?
No, there's no reason. I don't have to be up all that much. I am up now. So if I can save my queen, I'm gonna be a little bit boring, but I really don't want my queen to be trapped in the corner. So I'm gonna take here with check.
So you're playing scared?
Yeah.
It's the power. It's the power of the cool hair attack. I get this aggressive king.
Okay.
Because a real king doesn't lead from the back, he leads from the front.
Yes. Gotta have a brave king. I go up here.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm actually up what you call an exchange now. So you have an extra knight, but I have an extra rook. And I also have a few extra pawns.
And a raging attack, and I have an unsafe king, and...
Yeah, and some other stuff as well.
So it's not like a perfect situation, and I think I'm seeing like a very...
Have you seen the same thing that I'm seeing?
The check?
No.
Okay.
Oh, what check?
This one.
Oh, I thought you meant that you could check me. I was like...
Oh, yeah, no.
Getting all the...
I have a secret check nobody knows about. See, if I had one more rook, I could go here. That would be very nice. That would trap your queen almost.
Yeah.
But it's disappeared, the rook. I don't know. It
I don't know what happened.
It just went away somehow. It went on vacation. I mean, I'm not going to resign. What I will do is I will play quickly. I will play quickly in order to just finish the game off, but at least give you the satisfaction of bringing in the full point. I'll do this.
Thank you, because I have a very nice finish planned. Do you want to see it?
I absolutely want to see this.
I mean, maybe it's too late to call it finish, but I want to take this one. And
I take this one.
And now for the beautiful move. Do you see it?
There's some... Oh!
Yes. I take here.
Oh no, my queen.
Oh no, my queen.
And I take here.
And then we have this beautiful little fork.
And I go here. No, I don't go here. That's I go here.
And then I take here.
And you are up a full rook.
Yes.
And I can't trap your knight. I have no... I'll do this.
Okay. So what do we say? It's never too late to castle, is it? Like here.
Here. Like, the game is over. It's been over for a while, but I mean, we're just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah. I have a passed pawn here. And now I'm going to play a very boring move. Do you know what I'm going to play?
Play some rook here.
I'm going to play one of my rooks here.
Yeah.
Just to...
Because I can't do this.
Yeah. So you have to trade off a set of
Check.
rooks. Oh yeah, you can go that first. Doesn't matter that much. Actually, no, maybe it's okay.
No, okay, so I take here, you take there,
Check.
and it's check, I go here,
Yeah.
and now I have absolutely
And
zero
it's just
card
to
to
be
play.
even more boring, I could go here. That's the nice thing about being
Up material.
You can just trade off everything.
So
Be super boring about it.
yeah. So let's just play it out, just because a lot of the audience are new to chess, so they may not.
Yeah, I understand. I think sometimes if you're new at chess and you watch chess tournaments, you can be puzzled by why would they resign already now. So let's just see how we could convert this pretty easily. So I'm gonna take here.
So what you're doing is you're making it simpler. Everything is so simple now.
Because now you only have very slow moving pieces. You only have a king and pawns, so you can't make that many threats. I have a passed pawn over here, a pawn that cannot be stopped by any of your pawns. You could go here with your king, so I'm going to prevent that by going here, which means that my next moves are going to be queen.
And when the pawn get here, you make a queen.
You could try to push this, but my king can stop it. So my king can, I think, actually just going like here. I want to go and block it, so I can't push anymore. Just like this.
And now I kind of have no moves that I can really play.
I'm gonna run for it.
So
let's just. Can I have a queen?
there you go.
Thank you.
So now it's...
Yeah, so now I have to find out where is the fastest checkmate. And I think I have one that's very, very fast here. So I want to restrict your king first. So my first move is actually not going to be a check. It's going to be this move. Because now your king is in a box. You can't move your king
like
anywhere.
Checkmate in one.
Yeah, you have maybe one move that can delay. No, it's not going to delay it. Because this is also checkmate.
It is.
Yeah.
So I thank you very much for the game.
Thank you for the game. It was a nice opening prep you had.
Even though you're completely...
yeah, but I think you got the advantage for sure.
Should we take a look at what maybe we could have done?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you made necessarily big blunders, but I think that you made some.
When I allowed you captured here, that was.
Oh yeah, that was probably not so good. But I think there were some inaccuracies before that because it was hard to find a good move in that position.
And yeah, we're not switching on the engine. Maybe we will check something with the computer later, but just to think with our own minds.
Yeah, I think it's much better to first try to look at it with your own brains, see if you can identify what went wrong.
Yes, and I think this is a lesson that many people who watch chess online, many of the new people who've come into chess, are not aware of sort of confirmation bias. So sometimes they look at a game and Magnus plays some move and the evaluation says, oh, that's a mistake, and they go, oh, why didn't he see that? It's so obvious and stuff. And they feel, and I know the feeling myself, that they understand what's going on with that move, because there's something in the brain when you get the result.
Yeah, then you can justify it.
You justify it, but in actuality, there is a million more things to consider.
It's always, they call it the bar, right? Look at the eval, look at the bar, look at the bar. Yeah. We should look much less at the bar and much more on the board.
Absolutely.
So you played this, and you were counting on me going into the Budapest Gambit, so I did. And here, this is really the move to try to win back the pawn, and I'm used to seeing moves like this.
It's called the Adler variation, which you well know.
And you can go here try to defend the pawn.
Actually, can I show you something?
Yeah.
No, not with that one. Also, do you know this?
Yeah, that's also, I think, one of the top moves.
It is one of the top moves.
Because
but actually,
you give back the pawn, but you just gain so much center.
Yes, this is the Aljechin attack, and but actually, if you put this in the very newest version of Stockfish, 16.1, it actually says this is the best.
Really?
Yeah, it's the top move, and it hasn't been until the
so
very
you've
newest.
consulted with Stockfish before to get your opening prep.
What happened was that this guy played it against.
Oh, yeah, of course, cool hair guy.
Yeah, cool hair guy played it against me, and I thought that's a mistake because I'd never seen it before. So obviously it's a mistake, and it's not part of theory. So I was playing to get the advantage, and he blew me off the board because I thought I was playing for the advantage, and I wasn't, because it's actually a very good move.
It is a little bit dubious opening for black, so white has many options that are just fine.
And so the idea with this one is here and here, which is a lot of the what you want to do in the cool hair attack as well. So and
pawn here. Oh, sorry, that one like this, right?
This is
sorry. Is this right? Yeah, I think this. No, you have an extra pawn. Where's the pawn? I'm so confused. You played here. You took this as the position, of course, because that pawn came from here.
Yeah, and I could play here. Yes. Okay, so and in many variations, the end you will say, okay, you go knight c3, but you're going to play e4 on the next move anyways. So knight here, and you take, and then it wants e4, says that's a top move, but then you just get the same plane as the in Aljechin, right? Yeah. So I was searching for a long time to find something that was not like the Aljechin, because I wanted something that looks very different from the normal one, so you can rely on your pattern recognition.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's how I found this, which has this tricky way of defending the pawn, because if you take, I check, and then I either pick up here, or if you try to block the check, I pick up here.
Yeah.
So this was how far we got.
Yeah.
And you played knight c6, knight bc6.
Because I've never seen, I haven't had this before, so then you just gotta rely on opening principles. So you gotta develop your pieces, try to fight for the center, and at some point castle. That happened very late in the game for me, but at least it happened.
But also I didn't get any sort of attack going, so you could really take the liberty to that. And here I played e4, right?
I think so, yes. So you're defending this pawn with the bishop.
And I'm doing that because... So a move that I am, like a very strange move that I'm actually considering is a6.
I don't like it.
To stop the bishop.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to check, what if you take?
Yeah, because then now if you go here, I think you could play this, because if I go here, what do I play now? Yeah.
And now you can't move because I take here.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
So maybe...
So you're saying you...
I was saying I don't like this move, but maybe because, let's go here. So the pawn here. I don't have to take here.
No.
And okay, I'm not so mad at this, because at least you're preventing my bishop here, and if I go here you can play b4, but
the idea is
you
bishops.
should be careful about playing these moves in the opening as well as when you played h3, because they're not developing, they're not gaining control in the center. I think maybe this is okay. Probably it's fine, because if I go here now, my bishop will probably be trapped.
This is the idea.
Here, and then you trap it. So maybe it's okay, because it kind of, it's a little bit slow, but I also have to react to it before I put this bishop out. So maybe I would play something like maybe this, and then get my bishop here, but I'm not so sure. Maybe that is a better move.
Should we check? I can check the engine just on my phone.
Yeah.
It's not going to be super accurate, but it's better than nothing. Just give me a second here.
Just I also can't imagine that e4 would be a mistake.
So we go here. Get this. Go here, 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 here.
Also, is knight c6 a good move?
It's a top move.
Okay.
But this is the phone and the online version, so it's not
the most
so
precise,
deep.
but
and
you can tell if there are big
mistakes. Yeah. And I know the eval here. This gives it as only plus 0.3.
Okay.
And I know when I'm running it on a bigger machine on unlimited analysis that's inaccurate.
Yeah.
But
I would say so too, because 0 plus 0.3 is what white would gain after a sound opening for black. This is not a very sound opening with the black pieces, so I would imagine that white had a bigger advantage.
E4 is a mistake.
Really?
E4 is a mistake.
Huh.
This is also a mistake because you can't capture it.
Okay, wait, what happens then? I don't understand.
Takes, check.
Here.
You go back. I play f4.
I play here.
No, you play f5. I play f4.
Oh, okay, yeah. Counterattack.
Yeah.
But that's very, because you can even take this, right? I would be very scared to go down this line.
Yeah, but it's like a crazy line.
Take and then you push d5?
Yeah.
Okay. What is this? Who's
this
better
is
here?
Mine is 2.2.
Oh, it's like winning for...
Mine is 1.2, so it's...
But it's
black,
good.
Black is very, very heavy here.
Okay. So interesting.
A6 doesn't work.
So, let's see, there's a pawn on f. And the pawn is here. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a super boring move.
Is it?
It's knight f3.
Okay. Yeah, that is boring.
You have to take it. And now it understands. Now it's plus 0.8.
Okay. So, knight here. Yeah. And going here would maybe just waste time, I imagine. So I take here. And what do you take with? These two of them?
I take here.
Bishop?
And I have... Okay, so that's... But it's a very weird position. But I am actually way ahead in development.
You have opened for both of your bishops, which is nice.
And the queen is out. And I have a pawn here. And maybe even this pawn is...
I do have a better pawn structure. So in this case, black should go for just trading and go to a better pawn endgame. But that's easier said than done. Yeah.
I want to also throw something else at you, because we have to figure out a name for you. And people had suggestions in the comments. And one thing we have to sort of a little bit confused, we have to clear up.
Yeah.
You are not Miss Goodnight.
No, I'm not.
There's
another
different friend I had who was on the channel, and that was more me teaching her, because she's not as strong, and certainly not as strong as you are. And she's also a very good friend. So I don't think we could steal her name. I think she would be kind of upset about that. But we have some suggestions. So the Titanton is suggesting Miss Knight, which is kind of
too close.
It's
maybe.
pretty close.
It's too close.
Draco Dominus is saying Professor Goodnight, which is also the Goodnight pun. So we can't use that, but Professor is because you're a chess teacher. So that's something we can consider.
Yes.
Some Golendorfules. I'm butchering that name. I don't know how to... Golendorfules. StudyQueen.
I can't like StudyQueen.
I think because you have a lot about endgame studies and stuff, and we were thinking about Queen was cool.
I like Queen.
Yeah. Then Yellow Space Marine says Sha Sensei.
Sensei is also good.
And Emmanuel Carrasco, I don't know, I can't read today, is saying it could be ASMR tea chess. So tea like in tea you drink, and then chess, so it's like it's teaches, like you teaches. And also it's like the ESS ending is like the female, like mistress or whatever ending.
Yes.
So it's a kind of really clever pun, I think. Although
ASMR teachers.
But it also sounds a little bit like you're an ASMR artist who drinks tea and plays chess. But I guess you do both of those things.
I drink more coffee, but that doesn't sound as good.
Then Lucian Skeptic says that they recognize your voice.
Okay.
Because
I'm impressed.
You are Andrea Botas.
Oh.
So should we clear up whether or not you are Andrea Botas?
Yeah.
Are you Andrea Botas?
I am not Andrea Botas.
Okay. I think also I would have noticed. I think ASMR, like however amazing Andrea is, ASMR may not be.
This would be the calmest version of Andrea Botas we could see now.
I think you would have to inject Valium into her veins to get her to this level. Blitz is saying the teachers. It's kind of the same pun.
Yeah.
And those are the suggestions we'd have.
Okay, so I think that either the teachers or the StudyQueen are good.
Yeah. And somebody was also saying Big Boss Queen was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we go with StudyQueen for now?
I think I like StudyQueen for now.
And then we can also evolve it at any point if we want.
That sounds perfect. Great.
So I would like to say thank you very much for the game.
Thank you for the game. It was a pleasure as always.
Yeah. And even though I got absolutely destroyed, and even like I'm a little bit embarrassed about how I played, to be honest, but okay, whatever.
I don't think you should be, because at that point where you probably make the blunder, I was not able to find it was not an easy position. So I think, and we both misevaluated some stuff in the opening.
And that is why you're the best chess teacher, because even though I make something horrible, you always go, no, you're
doing fine.
You're doing fine. Okay, so I will say thank you for coming today, and I hope you will be back with some studies.
I will.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to all of the awesome people watching, I hope you had a great time. And can you do the thing? Because look at the nails. Yeah. And we say thank you for watching. We hope we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.